Here we go.
Woo! Sorry.
Holy shit.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Twang and Bang, and holy bleep is right. That was Carlos. He is a muzzleloader expert, and he wanted to see what would happen when he shot a 45 caliber 250 grain XP bullet out of his muzzleloader. This is a pistol bullet made by Lehigh Defense, and it's typically loaded in 45 Colt and 454 Casull. But it's common practice in the muzzleloader community to take a pistol bullet, stick it in a sabot, which is a plastic cup, and use that instead of traditional muzzleloader bullets, because technology in handgun bullets has advanced much faster than technology in muzzleloader bullets. Of course, people have been taking game of all different sizes with hard cast lead for as long as muzzleloaders have been around. But out of his CVA, this 250 grain XP bullet, well, it just made a mess out of that gel block. And that's what's coming up next on Twang and Bang. The XP, or Extreme Penetrator, is machined by Lehigh Defense from copper bar stock, and it's available in several different weights and calibers, including this 250 grain bullet for the 45 Colt. The XP has 4 posts separated by deep scallops. This shape is designed to cut tissue, then force it apart through hydrostatic shock. Lehigh Defense produces loaded ammunition, but they also sell the XP bullets themselves for use by reloaders. This makes them a prime candidate for testing out of a 50 caliber muzzleloader using a sabot designed specifically for 45 caliber pistol bullets. The XP's cannelers may be designed for pistol barrels, but they are perfect for locking the bullet inside a sabot. This helps ensure that the XP bullet gets the full effect of the twist rate of the muzzleloader barrel, which greatly improves accuracy. We're using collagen-based 10% ballistics gel calibrated to FBI specs by Mike Cyrus of Lehigh Defense.
Woo! Sorry.
Holy shit.
What do you think, Carlos?
Did it come out?
Yeah, it came out. Look right here. What do you say, 2,000 feet per second? Remember, that's from a non-expanding bullet.
And that was the XP.
That was the XP, right.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been trying to tell people about the XPs. There's a lot of damage that goes on with a solid bullet with that design at good velocity. Actually split the block, it looks like, up on top. Split it. And actually, if you look in, you can see the X pattern, right? Exactly the X pattern where it exited.
This frame shows the maximum expansion that I caught on video, and you could just make out the rupture forming at the top of the block. Though stretch cavities in ballistic gel don't translate 100% to damage in live tissue, there's only so much elasticity in vital organs before they tear beyond the initial wound cavity caused by a high velocity bullet.
And I can
You
shoot
can
it.
reload and shoot. I can probably.
You can reload that
I can
and
probably
shoot it
put it back
again.
in the gun and shoot
That's
it
the
again.
biggest selling point.
Yep.
You can shoot 3 deer. You can shoot your 6 tags with 1 bullet.
As amazing as that bullet looked after plowing through 16 inches of gel then hitting a stack of fire hose and board, it pales in comparison to the gel itself. It's very clear that the shape of the nose of the XP is directing the damage. A perfect X can be seen throughout the entire length of the wound channel, and that X maxes out at about 8 inches across where the block ruptured from the expansion. A standard hardcast 45 caliber bullet does not produce a pattern as dramatic as this, even though it's a proven game taker. In fact, I've taken most of my muzzleloader deer with hardcast bullets, and though I don't hunt with a smoke pole as much as I used to, I know I'd be using an XP if I did.
Hi, I'm Mike Cyrus with Lehigh Defense, and today I'm down in North Carolina. This is my friend Carlos. Carlos works at Ed's Gun Shop, and I consider Carlos one of the great guys in muzzle loading. He's got a lot of experience. For years, he runs the muzzle loading department over at Ed's Gun Shop. And the reason we're down here today, is Carlos looked at a couple of our bullets online at Lehigh Defense, and he said, I think you've got a couple of pistol bullets that will make excellent muzzleloader bullets. And so I said, well, we sent him some to test, and he had great accuracy with the bullets. So we made the trip down here, and I brought a block of gel. I said, I don't want you recommending one of these great XP bullets for deer hunting with your muzzleloaders unless you personally see what they do in a block of gel. And I said, I think you'll be impressed. I've shot a lot of them through 44 Magnums and some different guns, but I hadn't shot them at 2,000 feet per second. Here we have a 250 grain XP bullet. This is for the 45 Colt bullet that we manufacture. 45 Colt, 454 Casull, the 460 Smith & Wesson. Here's a 50 caliber Sabo. And so Carlos, what'd you think of that?
It was real impressive. Didn't expect what I seen.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, that's great. That's great. I know the bullet's real accurate. You've seen the group I shot today, but as far after I shoot into the gel, I won't have no problem using this bullet on a deer or elk or anything else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, a lot of the hunters are just deer hunting,
Yep.
but there's a lot of elk hunters. There's a lot of bear hunters with muzzle loaders. What would you think about this bullet being used on the bigger, tougher animals?
The way it worked and it penetrated and actually went all the way through the gel.
Good point.
I would not have no problem shooting an elk or a bear with it.
Okay.
You know.
The block of gel, did you see how wide it was,
Yes.
the damage it did? I mean, basically that's a 6 by 16 inch block of gel. It covered the, you know, obviously it penetrated through, which we thought it would do
Right.
that. We had some fire hose and some stuff set back there. But I've always been impressed with the building of this bullet. You know, nothing's deformed on it. No, you know, basically it is a solid penetrating bullet. But when it hits the blocks of gel, it looks like a big hollow point ran through there.
Correct.
But you're able to get more penetration if you need it. If you don't need it, the bullet whistles through the woods, you know.
Correct. That's
but
right.
at least you've got the penetration that's necessary from any angle on about any big game, and that's one of the things that we what would you say would be an average five shot group? What would you say?
5-shot group
on average with your gun here? What do you got? What gun you got here?
Right here, what I got is a CVA Acura V2 nitrate, new gun that came out this year. Excellent gun. It has a Bergara barrel, 50 cal, and right now one of the best muzzleloaders on the market. I can probably, on a good day, shoot a 2-inch 5-shot group with it.
At 100 yards.
At 100 yards.
Okay. Carlos just a few minutes ago showed me a group of a target that he shot at 300 yards with this gun in the 250 XP, and it was right at around 4 inches center to center. You know, at 2,000 feet per second, and that was impressive to me. I didn't think for that kind of money you could buy something like that. But you know, as far as a good hunting bullet, you know, you get a lot of expansion. You know, the gel thinks the bullet expanded, but the bullet obviously didn't, and so then you can also get penetration. But I want to thank you for.
Thank you.
All right.
You know.
As I said in my review of Lehigh Defense's 357 Magnum Extreme Penetrator Load, the XP bullet isn't designed to act like a hollow point. Lehigh Defense machines expanding bullets if that's what you're looking for. The XP is designed to give you the penetration that you're used to getting from hardcast while maximizing the damage all along the wound channel. And again, it's very clear that there is something unique about how the shape of this machine bullet interacts with gel. Live game testing has shown pretty much the same thing. This doesn't just poke a hole as it passes through tissue, it rips things along the way. There's no question in my mind that if you're one to use hardcast out of your muzzleloader, using this bullet in its place is going to be a step up in performance for you without giving up any of the penetration that you're used to seeing. If you want to learn more about the 250 grain XP bullet by Lehigh Defense, be sure to click the link in the video description below. If you like this video, please take the time to log into YouTube and click the like button. YouTube needs to know that you like firearms-oriented programming. If you want to help the channel even more, be sure to click right here so you can see how you can contribute to my Patreon campaign. And be sure to click up here to subscribe so you can catch my next videos on bows, guns, and other cool stuff like this XP bullet from Lehigh Defense. I really appreciate you watching Twang and Bang, and I hope to see you next time.